Hello, my lovely primary 4 students. In our shared lessons, where we always explain, interpret, and analyze what we have learned in the concept. Last time I asked you about the job that we can apply all what we learned about light and sight. المرة اللي فاتت سألتكم إيه الوظيفة اللي ممكن نطبق فيها كل اللي اتعلمناه عن الضوء والإبصار. I think you have many ideas of jobs that we can use the information we learned in the concept. In our lesson today, we will talk about STEM in action. Do you remember what STEM refers to? It's an abbreviation for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. In STEM applications, we connect what we learn to solve a problem we face in our real life or jobs. This is why STEM will always make you feel the value of what you learn. For now, bring your science book, a pen, and notebook to start lesson 6 of light and sight concept. STEM skills make us apply what we are learning to solve problems. دايما في STEM jobs بنركز على حل المشكلات. The problems are facing us in our real life or real jobs, and how we can use science that we learn in doing so. And we will do that right now. We have been learning about light and vision in our concept, so we will apply what we have learned to a job. I wonder what it might be. يا ترى هتكون ايه الوظيفة اللي هنطبق فيها كل المعلومات اللي احنا اتعلمناها؟ Exactly. We are thinking about optometrists. What can optometrists usually do to help us? When I'm thinking about this question, I realize that I will not be able to wear these glasses without the help of the optometrist. Do you know how important these glasses are to the person who uses them? The glasses are very important to me to see clearly, also to be able to walk and read. The optometrist's job is extremely important. He needs to be excellent in studying the eye structure, and any problem or disease could happen to the eyes. المختص في العيون دايما بيدرس مشاكل الإبصار والأمراض اللي بتيجي في العين. He also should have innovative skills. We consider the optometrist as an entrepreneur. فاكرين يعني إيه entrepreneur؟ What are the characteristics of the entrepreneur? The entrepreneur doesn't use only the scientific information that he learned, but he also uses his knowledge to do investigation and experiments so he can apply what he knows and studies to new challenges in different situations. الانتربرنور هو رائد الأعمال، ورواد الأعمال مش بس بيستخدموا العلم اللي هم يعرفوه، بالعكس هم كمان بيعملوا أبحاث وبيطوروا من نفسهم عشان يقدروا يحلوا كل المشكلات اللي بتتطور وبتواجهنا. Optometrists always think for a treatment for the vision problem of his patient. Vision problems يعني مشاكل الإبصار. He uses and think of new ways to treat and help each patient to have a clear vision according to his condition. Let's go back to the glasses and ask this question. Why do we need to wear glasses? Yep, because some people have poor vision. They cannot see clearly. What do I mean by saying a poor vision? If you wear glasses or know someone who wears them, try to think or ask them this question. How glasses can help them to see better. يا ترى الناس اللي بتلبس نظارات طبية بتلبسها ليه؟ هل عندهم مشكلة محتاجين يحلوها؟ Why glasses are very important in treating poor vision. Poor vision يعني رؤية ضعيفة. You can answer all these questions in activity number 12, analyze like a scientist. In analyze like a scientist, we will think, how do optometrists help us see? إزاي الساينتست المتخصصين عن العيون بيساعدونا نشوف؟ So, we will read the text, then analyze the first part on page 88, which ends with the sentence, focuses the light onto the back of your eye. قبل ما هنعمل analyzing to this part of the text الأول تعالوا أوريكم موديل الآي. Here is our eye model. عايزة أوريكم what are the parts that are inside the eye. أول حاجة here this opening it's the eye pupil. This opening it's the eye pupil. Then here we have the lens. Lens اللي هي عدسة العين. lens. كل الأورنج بارت اللي جوه ده كل ده عبارة عن الريتنا الشبكية اللي هتستقبل الضوء. وآخر جزء عندي ورا this yellow part it is the optic nerve يعني العصب البصري. This nerve will take the signals or impulses and send it to the brain. من أهم الأجزاء اللي هنتكلم عنها هي اللينس. There is a lens inside the eyes that focuses the light onto the back of your eyes. وظيفة اللينس إنها تجمع الضوء وتركزه في آخر العين. آخر العين اللي هو عند مين؟ عند الريتنا. The lens concentrates the light rays on the single point. on a single point في نقطة واحدة. هتاخد الضوء وتجمعه كله في نقطة واحدة عند الريتنا. The human can see the object in front of him when the light is reflected on it. Let's see how the lens can focus the light ray on a certain point. Here is a lens. This lens is exactly like the lens inside your eye. If we direct a flashlight on it, what will happen? تفتكروا إيه اللي هيحصل؟ That's right. The light is focused on a single point. And that's what exactly happens inside your eyes. إيه اللي هيحصل في عينينا؟ العدسة اللي هي زي دي موجودة في عينينا، عدسة العين، the eye lens. ال eye lens will focus the light. هتجمع الضوء. Okay? Let's collect the result of our analysis together. The light reflects off the object and travels to our eyes. The lens inside the eye concentrate the light on a single point. الضوء لما هيتعكس من عند أي جسم هيرجع على عينينا. مين في عينينا اللي هيستقبله؟ اللينس، عدسة العين. عدسة العين هتركز الضوء في نقطة واحدة. What happens next? It is the turn of retina. Retina, the light is focused on it. So it sends signals to the brain. And this is how we can see. بعد ما الضوء اتركز على الريتنا هتبعت مسج للأوبتيك نيرف والنيرف هياخد المسج دي للبرين عشان يبتدي يترجم المعلومات. And this is how we can see. Let's analyze the second part of the text on page 89 till sentence. Some people have difficulty seeing objects near to them. تعالوا بينا نقرا التكست. في أول جزء من التكست اتكلمنا عن الlenses of the eye وبعدين اتكلمنا ازاي هي بتجمع الضوء عند الريتنا. دلوقتي هنبتدي نتكلم عن مشاكل الإبصار. If the eye lens doesn't focus light on the retina, this leads to blurry vision. يعني إيه blurry vision؟ يعني رؤية غير واضحة، يعني رؤية مهزوزة. So we will need glasses to focus the light correctly. And this is a treatment for the persons who cannot see objects clearly. طبيعي لما الرؤية ما تبقاش واضحة وقتها لازم هنلبس glasses عشان تخلي الرؤية أوضح. The glasses are a good treatment, but is there any other treatment? That's why we will move to, yes, optometrist. Optometrist and their role in innovating or finding new treatments that can help to treat eye problems or eye imperfections. ازاي الاوبتومترست هيساعدونا ان احنا نلاقي حلول تانية غير النظارات عشان تساعد مرضى ضعف الابصار. Let's continue reading the text and analyzing it on page 89 to know more about the optometrist role and how to be optometrist in the future. Did you see how the optometrist tests the eye to decide how to correct the vision? شفتوا ازاي بيعملوا اختبارات عشان يشوفوا الإبصار؟ Yep, perhaps with glasses or contact lenses, or maybe even using laser surgery. They can correct eyesight عن طريق 3 حاجات: النظارات أو اللانسز أو عمليات الليزر. This is because of her knowledge and the skills of entrepreneurship that makes her apply what she learned to solve the different problems. If you are interested or want to be an optometrist in the future, you should study hard, especially science, and read more about this job. This job is a journey of investigation, like Dr. Patricia Perez. Dr. Patricia Perez said, try to think more about how your study of light and vision can help you to be an excellent optometrist. It's now your turn to be an optometrist. As an optometrist, think of a way to do an eye test to show and test eye imperfections or problems. دلوقتي جه دورك عشان انت تبقى اوبتومترست، تبقى خبير بصريات. هتعمل ايه؟ هتعمل اختبار عشان تقدر تحدد بيه مشاكل الابصار. I mean, if someone comes to you who doesn't see well and has a vision problem, what will you do? Of course, you will examine this person and make a test to know exactly what's her problem. Like long-sightedness or short-sightedness. What do these words mean? As we know from the text, a person can see objects that are far away better than objects that are near to him. So this person has long-sightedness. لما يبقى الشخص بيشوف الحاجات البعيدة بوضوح يبقى عنده بعد إبصار. But if only they can see close objects, so this person has short-sightedness. لو بيشوف الحاجات القريبة هيبقى عنده قرب إبصار. Another problem a person could have, which is the inability to distinguish between colors. So, can you think as an optometrist about a test that you can help this person to know what is the imperfection that he has? آخر مشكلة عندنا كانت إن الشخص ما يقدرش يفرق الألوان. اتكلمنا على 3 مشاكل: long-sightedness, short-sightedness، وإن إحنا ما نقدرش نشوف الألوان بوضوح. Try to think well. Prepare your eye test. Open your student book on page 90, eye imperfection. And record your test. And what do you expect when you test the vision of the people? So, this will be your expected results. Of course, we all made and advised different eye tests. For sure, all eye tests show and reveal an eye imperfection. أكيد كلنا هنصمم اختبارات مختلفة للعين، وأكيد كل اختبار فيهم هيقيس نوع من مشاكل الإبصار. التست بتاعي بيقيس مشكلة رؤية الألوان. First, I will write a word using the red color. Then I'll draw a circle with another color. Let's use my eye test. Could you read the word easily and see it clearly? This test is for people who may have a problem distinguishing between colors because they will not be able to read or distinguish the word written in different colors. التست بتاعي بيقيس مشكلة رؤية الألوان. لو أنت قادر تشوف الكلمة والسيركل بوضوح إن هما مكتوبين ومرسومين بلون مختلف يبقى أنت كده ما عندكش مشكلة في رؤية الألوان. I am very excited to see the tests of the eye imperfections that you devised. Please share them with us on مدرستنا Facebook page. هستنى منكم تشاركوا معانا التست اللي انتوا هتعملوها. We will finish our lesson with evaluation skills in activity 13. Evaluate like a scientist. In Evaluate Like a Scientist, we will study light and sight. Now, it's time to think about what you have learned about light and sight, how light travels and behaves when it interacts with matter. The first thing we talked about, it's matter. وقلنا كمان ان الماتر اللي حوالينا او الاوبجكتس اللي حوالينا can be transparent or opaque. Transparent بمعنى انها شفافة. و transparent object they allow the light to pass مش بيعملوا reflection of light. Then we talked about opaque objects and we said that opaque objects will reflect the light and they will form shadow. Then we talked about the differences between how humans and some animals see. I want you to open your student book on page 91 to revise your information and record your evaluation. I'll share with you the information that I wrote. I wrote that light travels in waves and it's a form of energy and it hits the objects. So it bounces off and is reflected. There must be light to see and the light must fall on the object and then be reflected into the eyes and focuses onto the retina to be able to see. اتعلمنا ان لازم يكون في ضوء عشان نشوف الاشياء اللي حوالينا واتعلمنا كمان ان الضوء لازم يعمل ريفلكشن انعكاس ويرجع للعين. اللينس هتركزه اللي هي عدسة العين هتركزه على الريتنا شبكية العين وبالتالي هنقدر نشوف. طبعا احنا درسنا من الكونسبت اللي فات ان السنس اورجنز لازم تبعت مسجز للبرين to interpret and understand the information. The animals, especially nocturnal ones, like the cat, which has the tapetum lucidum behind the retina to focus light, and this makes its eye glow in the dark. And also, the tarsier, it can turn its head 180 degrees. This will take us to one last question, and what I want you to try to think of this question. Does the bat, which lives and flies in the dark, have the tapetum lucidum like cats? بعد ما اتعلمنا ان الكاتس عندها ميزه معينه في عينيها البساط الشفاف اللي بيساعدها تشوف وتعلمنا ان التارسير بيقدر يلف راسه 180 درجه عشان يشوف بوضوح في الضلمه. يا ترى الباتس عندها نفس الاستراكشر اللي جوه الايز بتاعه الكاتس؟ عندها تابتم لوسيدم برضو عشان تشوف بالليل؟ I'm sure that the answer made you think of the concept that we studied before. I will not answer, but let us remember some information that we have studied before. I remember that the bat has a super sense, but it wasn't the sight sense. فاكرين ايه هي السوبر سنس بتاعة البات؟ ما كانتش السايت. It was the hearing sense because it receives sound echoes and its eyesight is very weak and it doesn't use it to receive information from the environment. فاكرين احنا لما اتكلمنا على الباتس قلنا ان هو ما بيقدرش يعتمد على الاي سايت لان هو اصلا الاي سايت بتاعه ضعيف فبالتالي بيعتمد على حاسه تانية وهي حاسه السمع عن طريق الايكولوكيشن تحديد المواقع عن طريق صدى الصوت. I think this is enough information to make you answer the question. If you want to know more, you can search using the Egyptian Knowledge Bank. You will find many and amazing resources to help you. Let's check our understanding by opening the questions on the third concept from the digital edition of our science textbook. تقدروا تلاقوا الأسئلة على science textbook. Let me choose one of the questions for you. Question 6 is, the arrow in each answer choice represents light rays. Which drawing show how light is reflected by a mirror? To answer correctly, I should analyze each drawing in front of me. Let's start with D. We will find that light hit the mirror and pass through it. لو بصينا على دي هنلاقي إن اللايت راي اللي هو الأرو خبط في الميرور وعدى منها. This is not a reflection. This happens with transparent objects. What about C? The light is out from the mirror. Light is out from the mirror. اللايت هيخرج من الميرور. This is not correct. What about drawing B? We will only find the light falling on the mirror. اللايت هينزل على الميرور and it's not reflected. راح فين اللايت؟ There is no sign or a clue that this light is reflected in which direction. What about drawing A? The light falls on a mirror and bounces back in the other direction. زي الشكل التقليدي اللي احنا عارفينه للرeflection. الlight will fall on the mirror and reflect back in the other direction. Yes, that's the right answer. This is the concept of light reflection. So, drawing A is the correct answer. Let's move to another question. Question 10. Rebecca visited a lake surrounded by mountains. She observed the image of the mountain on the surface of the lake's water. Rebecca كانت بتزور حد وشافت صورة الماونتن على سطح المية. Rebecca built a diorama to model what she saw. She used a postcard of a mountain scene to represent the mountain and a small mirror to represent the lake, which is the best explanation of why her model represent what she saw. استخدمت صورة للماونتن واستخدمت مراية عشان تعكس الصورة. يا ترى ايه تفسير اللي حصل؟ The image, well, the mirror that is used by Rebecca and represents the lake, in reality shows the image of the mountain on the card that Rebecca used. Yep, I know the result of my observation. The mirror reflects the image of the mountain. Let's see the choices. Does the mirror refract light? No, the mirror reflects the light and doesn't refract. خلي بالكوا كلمة refract it's another property of light. انتوا ما درستوهاش ما تتلخبطوش ما بينهم. Reflect and refract انعكاس وانكسار الضوء. So the second choice is to reflect light onto the image of the mountain. Mountain, the first part is correct as it reflects light but not on the image of the mountain. هو الضوء هيتعكس على الإيمج ولا على المراية؟ The third choice is not correct as the mirror doesn't refract light. The last choice, the mirror reflects the image of the mountain on the postcard. Exactly. This is the right choice. إن الصورة بتاعت الماونتن هتتعكس. Did you observe how important the scientist skills are? Yes, they help us to know the correct answer by analyzing, observing, and uses the pieces of evidence. I want you to continue answering the concept questions and try to talk to your teachers and colleagues and friends at your school to share with them what we learned and we can learn new ideas from them. تعلمنا دايما بعد ما نذاكر نبتدي نشارك أفكارنا مع بعض عشان هنلاقي أكيد أفكار عن صحابنا أكتر من الأفكار اللي عندنا. This is the end of our journey in light and sight concept, in which we answer the main question: how can the nocturnal animals hunt in the dark? أكيد دلوقتي انتوا قادرين تجاوبوا على السؤال ده، إزاي الحيوانات الليلية بتقدر تصطاد في الضلمة أو في low light areas. We learned about light and its characteristics, the sight sense and eye structure in human and in nocturnal animals. We will have exciting and interesting journey in the next concepts. Don't forget that all the learning resources of this concept and all the previous concepts are available in the digital edition textbook on the Egyptian Knowledge Bank. I think it will be amazing if you checked all that you have learned. We have 3 concepts and many resources in the printed book or the digital activities in our textbook. Scientists, be ready for our next concept that will be about communication, and we will answer the main question: how can the sight sense and the rest of the senses be used in receiving and sending information? You can think of this question because this is the start of our next journey in the next concept. Be ready. See you next time.